Probably one of the coolest new best-selling products that we have for you here at QVC. Over 32,000 spoken for in a month. Over 500 orders placed. We haven't even shown it to you yet. What does it do? Well, it makes every drain in your home uncloggable. That means that you can't have hair in the drain anymore, clogging it up. You won't have rings lost in it or jewelry that goes down the drain. Today, for $33, we're gonna get it home to you for 5 payments of $6.60. And get this, you don't need a plumber, you don't need a tool to install it. It installs quickly in just seconds. The 83145 is your item number. They all come in a beautiful chrome finish, which works with so many of the rental apartment sinks, and my sinks are all in a chrome finish. Megan Elizabeth is here. She brings us a lot of really smart ideas. This one is super smart.
This one's super smart. It's super easy because you're gonna get this home, and in just a few seconds time, I'm gonna show you how to install it. But instead of having these things that don't work, and you have to either call a plumber or climb underneath the sink and you pull it out and the plastic's broken or it's all gunked up and nasty, we don't want this. We're going to replace it in seconds just by placing the silicone gasket around that fits our sink. So we get a set of 3, Alberti, and you're gonna pick the one that fits in your sink. I know this one fits, but just so you can see, this one's a little too small. So you want the one that has a decent fit around. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just slip it right on over. There's a little lip here. It goes just over that little lip.
And it just kind of locks in place.
It locks right in place, and you're just gonna set it in. That's it. And now, Alberti, what I have is a watertight seal to fill up my sink. I didn't have to call a plumber. It's a beautiful refresh, and it's going to hold the water just perfectly and beautifully.
And when you want to drain the
sink?
sink?
When it's ready to drain, I'm going to press that button.
There you go.
And there it drains right back out.
So a really great idea. By the way, you were saying that you were recently in a hotel room and they actually had this in the hotel room.
In the hotel room, they actually had this exact product. I took pictures. I couldn't believe it, but I was like, this is so smart. We've been using it in our bathroom for months. We're in a rental, and I love it because we've had to call my brother-in-law, aka the plumber, over a few times to fix that bathroom sink or the bathtub, and it always just kind of comes apart or undone because it's an old farmhouse.
So here's the thing, we're really busy on the phone lines. If you want them, now's your chance to get them at QVC.com or use your mobile apps. You can even scan that barcode on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen with over 1,000 people picking this up right now. Here's what I want you to see. Do you see this? It's all, that's all
brass.
That's all brass.
Yep. So it's
casting on the
rust-resistant.
inside, so you're not going to have to worry about the rust or anything like that. When you look at the top, it's a beautiful chrome finish. This is how you stop the sink now. Literally push button. By the way, push button stoppers can cost $150, $200+
Easily.
if you're getting them like at the hardware stores.
Yes.
And if they're installed by a plumber, how much more are you paying? This one you can do in a rental, you can do in any situation.
You can take it with you where you go as well. Because of this watertight silicone gasket, it gives you that watertight seal, but then this brass basket also is an awesome anti-clog device as well. So this is gonna trap hair and jewelry and debris and makeup and all those different things. When it gets filled up, all you do is take it over the wastebasket, tap it out, pull it out, clean it off, and you just set it right back in, and you have that seal all over again.
You know, I was just having this conversation with somebody about, like, you know, it's the little things sometimes that matter the most.
Absolutely.
How many times have you, like, looked down at your sink and you're like, what's going on? Why is this clogged again?
Because this thing never works.
Yeah, so I never, so this thing over here, right? This thing over here, you don't need to use that anymore.
Right, so you don't need to use this anymore. You don't need to use these plastic, you know, rubber stoppers that don't seem to ever work or do anything well for you, and they get really gunked up with makeup and other debris quickly. This just goes in, it's beautiful, easy to wipe clean, and then drains when you're ready with the press of a button.
Now, I'm gonna ask you a question, I think I know the answer to it, but I'm not using this in the tub, am I?
Correct. Most tubs it won't work on, but there are a few that you can, but this is really meant for those bathroom, powder room, laundry room sinks, and don't get those plumbers coming over or have to climb under the sink and pull everything out from underneath the vanity. This is an easy, quick refresh that's going to be able to fill up your drain, use that silicone gasket for that watertight seal, and give you that instant refresh.
All right, so listen, V83145 is your item number. $6.60 gets it home. You get a set of 2 of them, and by the way, they come packaged really nicely.
Yes.
So maybe if you're gifting one and keeping one, you can do that as well.
It's a great idea. You know, just something, one extra little thing to put in that wedding gift basket. It's like such a practical item that new homeowners, renters, plumbers, all of those things. This is just such an easy, simple gift.
Can I also say too, if you've got the kids, right? If you do have kids in the house, or maybe the grandkids or anything like that, or like coming over and sleeping over, things always find their way down the drain when kids are around.
That's right. You're not wrong.
Right? So I know this from personal experience, right? I was one of those mischievous kids. This is one of those situations where you really do have the opportunity to just make life easier and simpler, and it takes seconds, right? Megan literally installed that for us right here on the set in 2 seconds flat.
Yeah, you're gonna get 3 silicone gasket rings that you're gonna be able to choose which one fits your sink the best. You just choose one, you don't use all 3. You can put the others aside in case maybe you move and need to use it in a different sink. That's fine, but this is all
placed.
You need to be able to install it right around the little rim, right around the little lip of the Drain Magic. Press it, and you're good to go.
Now, if anything, is there ever a reason for me to take it out?
Well, you can take it out to clean it. So this little basket here can trap hair, debris, food, jewelry, all those things. So I would take it out. I take mine out every couple weeks when I do a deep clean of the bathroom, like a deep clean, and I just tap it out over the wastebasket, clean it out, and it's good to go right back into place and become that perfect
So here's what I want to show you, right? So if you've ever seen one of these, I'm sure you have before, right? This little rubber gasket that's around the outside, it just kind of sits in your sink. This design was designed to actually catch hair and such, right? But it doesn't really work, right? It's the old-fashioned way to do it. And how many times have you had to call a plumber to either snake the drain, and it costs hundreds of dollars sometimes, right? And by the way, it's really inconvenient.
And a lot of times these even break because they're plastic and they get brittle over time.
And if you've got a bad kid in the house like me, they get thrown away. But take a look at this, right? This is now a basket located inside the drain that captures everything. Now, here's the other thing. If you drop a ring down the sink, that doesn't stop it. Right? This one actually does. In fact, I don't think the ring would ever even get in there, quite frankly. Right?
It's really hard to do that.
The push button closure just makes it so much easier. Something that everybody can figure out. How many times have you like messed with this and not been able to get it back in its spot?
And then you have to get underneath, and a lot of times trying to get that little hook, because a lot of them you have to get the hook into this little round ring, and a lot of times that round ring ends up breaking, and that's what makes it so difficult to put the whole sink back together again, why we end up calling plumbers. Now with Drain Magic, it's just as simple as putting the gasket ring right around where you need it to go. It has a great silicone watertight seal, I can say words today, and just set it in there. That's it. It's setting it in there, no tools required, moments time, and you really have that amazing watertight seal that is anti-clogging and giving you such a beautiful refresh to your sinks in your bathroom.
Here's what's going on, right? We launched this a month ago. Over 32,000 orders have already been placed. In this show alone, we've got a lot of people picking it up. We have fewer than 6,800 remaining, but I have 1,100 people on the phone lines, 27,000 on QVC.com, and a lot of people are picking up more than one set. Like I think of my house, right? I have 4 bathrooms in the house, right?
And double sinks, all of those things.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think of that. Right? Because I have double sinks in my guest room and double sinks in my bedroom. Yeah, so if you're picking up multiples of these, now is your chance to check out of your shopping cart and get it home, because you're gonna want it in all those spaces. And by the way, don't ignore the kids' room or the guest room, the laundry room, the hallway,
all of those
closet,
places.
or the hallway bathroom.
Right, you want it for all those places because it's just such a simple solution. And you know what, Alberti? There's the little mermaid design on there that my kids absolutely love, and the kids have named her Cynthia at home.
That's cute.
But they absolutely love it because it's so fun. But what's so great is it's practical, it's simple, and it really solves so many solutions. And that's what Baldhead has done for over 40 years, bringing us really practical, amazing solutions for our home, and this is no exception.
You know, it's really just one of those things that you may not think about on a day-to-day basis, except when you're really frustrated at that moment.
When you're done with this.
But unfortunately, when you get frustrated and when you're done with that old clogger, then it's too late.
Yeah.
You've lost the ring, you gotta call the plumber, it's now gonna cost a lot of money, and it's a big inconvenience.
Yep.
You put this in right now, you don't have to worry about any of those issues. And here at QVC, we're giving you a better value. It should be close to $40. You're gonna get home for $6.60 on Easy Pay, and you're getting it at a great value. The 83145 is your item number. Hair, food, jewelry. I would always throw food down the drain.
Yeah, my kids do that too.
You know, like you're
even
like
in the bathroom. It's like, why? Why, guys?
Yeah, I know.
But
My mother would say it all the time. She'd be like, "Why did you put that there?" I don't know. The classic kid answer. I don't know.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. It was my brother. It was my sister.
So here's the thing, right? It installs easily. It's got all the rubber gaskets that keep it kind of in place.
Yep.
Is there any maintenance that I need to do with this? Just, you were saying, just every once in a while, open it up and see if there's hair in there.
All you have to do is clean out that hair once in a while, because this is a sturdy brass design. This is a sturdy spring. This is not some plastic parts and pieces. This is something that's sturdy, that's built to last. It is rust resistant with that brass design, and the beautiful chrome finish really just gives us that nice polished look that we love. That's super easy to clean. We place it in there. It is stopping the water. It is keeping it where we want it to be, when we want it to be, and when we're ready for it to drain, simple push of the button.
And it works on, I would say, most sinks,
yes,
right?
Yeah, most of your traditional bathroom sinks, so the powder room, the laundry room, the mud room, all of those things. And yes, there are some tubs that it works on. It works on my tub, but it's not for every tub. But really, we want to focus on the sinks. They're the problem areas.
Yeah.
This is what we want to fix.
Well, listen, today is your day to get it home. It's been extremely popular since we launched it here at QVC. You get it home for $6 and change on Easy Pay. In this show, 4,000 orders already placed. The 83145, that's now 36,000 spoken for in a month. Thank you, Megan. Always a pleasure to have you in the show.